Peace and wellness to the family. I must say, I feel good today. I feel grateful for elevated emotion of gratitude and joyful bliss. Sometimes it is very freeing just being able to release thoughts, being able to express your thoughts in a way that can be psychotherapeutic for your self-concept and self-image, to imprint great auto-suggestions on your subconscious mind. Now, today I want to have a discussion, and I want to ask y'all to take a walk with me. But this discussion today is going to take some true bravery. The bravery of vulnerability. In the case of, I believe that this could help somebody in great need. Somebody that I may have never met before, but we can make a connection and it can resonate with them through a device. So, let's begin. There may be some fathers out there that are struggling with their relationship with their daughters. And I want to start off by saying I made some great mistakes as a father, as a man, early in my life, before I had a transformation in a personality actualization to put me in a paradigm shift of becoming a person that I never could even imagine, by way of a lot of different things: entrepreneurship, experiences, total mindset redirection. But before that, I honestly did not care about life. And I made a video about this. I made a video about me not caring about life and living carelessly in life, and that affected my decision making. And the things that impacted my life the most were the decisions that I made in my younger stages as an adolescent, which in part had to do with me not having a father figure in my life, which is why I'm grateful for reuniting with my father a year and a half ago after 20 plus years. But I'm not here to make any excuses or justify any of my actions. I'm actually here to take accountability and talk about the relationship with my daughter that I feel could help other fathers in their journey through fatherhood. Now, me and my daughter have had some really good, profound times together. When she was younger, I would say we had a very healthy relationship. She looked at me totally differently than she does now. Now, in between that time, I got incarcerated, probably hurt her mom's feelings, left the home, and went on my own path as a man. But I always believe as a parent, the most important thing was to show them integrity, character, and moral compass as a person, and to be able to find yourself and find purpose through going inside of yourself and finding who you truly are. Now, with me being absent in a part of my daughter's life, I know that affected her through my decision making through the P-Down system, or leaving her mother's house to pursue my own, or me and her mother separating. I understand the impact that this has on children not seeing a functional family structure. because I was once one of those children, and I am not proud of contributing to that. If I had it my way, we could be friends living in the same home and practicing polyamory. But it didn't go like that. So with me and my daughter, as she grew older, the separation grew due to what I believe is me transitioning from the penal system, getting my life together, trying to be the best father I could be, but I needed to get me together. If I didn't have a strong foundation, and there's no way that I could be there and be a good provider for my children if I didn't get myself straight. Within that time, I missed a lot of time. Within that time, I made some mistakes. But through it all, I feel like me and my daughter had some really good times and impactful times together. And I would talk to my daughter and ask her if she ever needed to say anything. I would just be quiet and let her speak, because I think that would have been very therapeutic for her to get what was on her heart about what happened, or maybe something that I did that I was unconscious of that I can apologize for and try to fix it and take accountability for it. Now, something went very, very wrong that I'm not fully knowledgeable about. However, there is some grudges being held in my daughter's heart, to where she expressed to me one time when she was mad when I show any type of disciplinary action towards her or her siblings. She gets upset like I have no authority or the audacity for me to be any type of disciplinary figure in her life or her brother's life. It's almost disgusting by it. It's almost like a feminist ideology of hating men is being passed down to her. And it might have something to do with even her experiences with young men coming into a teenager. The unity of all of us being one is deeper than what we can even imagine, in a sense of humanity and separate communities. My thing is, my daughter expressed to me that she hated me. And when she said that, I immediately went into an emotional remembrance of when I told my father the same thing and what I was feeling. It wasn't anger that I felt. That was a very emotionally exhausting day that I'll never forget. A lot of emotionally traumatic things happened that day. But I think for the most part, I handled them very well, because I didn't panic, worry, or become angered. I more so just focused on showing how I truly felt and not trying to mask it with over masculinity or rage or just being upset for no reason other than trying to hide how it is I really truly felt within my heart. And I feel like that is truly a true heart intelligence that I've come into by doing some inner work and doing a lot of inner work and self-healing. So when she said that to me, I didn't say anything. I let her say it, and if she wanted to express anything else, I just became quiet. But it seems after that, she said it. She said a couple other things, and then she hung up the phone. Now, was it disappointing? Yes. But I remember being in that same position and having that same feeling towards my father and expressing that to him. So I understood, and I was ready to take accountability for whatever she was upset for. But the only thing I wanted her to understand is that holding on to grudges for your parents is only going to lead you down a long road of disappointment in life. Violating the 42 laws of Ma'at, by not honoring your mother and your father, it's going to get you in a lot of trouble, and you'll have a troubled life. How do I know this? Because I did it. anger that built up in me by not having my father and me hating my father, through that anger manifested in my life, I found myself in the penitentiary. I found myself carrying weapons, having really volatile behaviors. A lot of things were the effect of me holding grudges and a kind of psychotic rage towards my father. Him making me feel like I'm undesirable, like I'm not worthy. It's a very terrible feeling for a child to have. On my end, I didn't understand because I was a willing father. I was trying to be there as much as I could for my daughter. Yet I still understand and feel her frustration. I do. Now, sometimes it gets out of control because she could be expressing these things to friends, family, or people that she thinks that is close to her. From her perspective, from her perception of the false narrative that has been created about me through bad times between her and her mother that doesn't truly define who I am, or her mom. Now, I say that to say this. Any father who's going through some of the same things, we have to understand that being calm, collected, and emotionally present and emotionally resilient, we can get through this by way of not getting upset and mad, but rather asking ourselves, how do we truly feel about what is being done to us in our relationship with our kids? And saying, let me express that true feeling and not mask it with anger. And ask ourselves, how can we find a solution, and how we can support our kids more to be able to recreate that false narrative that had been created about us? Or if the narrative is actually true, how can we take accountability and make it better? I believe in this moment right now, with me talking to y'all about my daughter expressing that she hates me, that there could be a quantum entanglement going on right now. At this very moment, as I'm expressing my deepest emotions about that and how I'm still here for her and how I understand that maturity will come and she may have some type of personal revelation to where she understands that her dad is not who she thought that he was. And maybe in this moment, because we shared the same DNA, the DNA being in the nuclei of the cell, the mind's eye of God, she could have a moment in her heart as I speak to say, I love my father. My father is a good man. I see him. He's not perfect. He's perfected in his imperfections. He's here. He's willing. He's open to take accountability and listen to me. I see now. A part of that is my gift of premonition in my spiritual journey. It's all about the now. And if I can take an elevated emotion and those thoughts and vision and have a quantum entanglement with her in this moment in time to where subatomic particles can materialize and create a new future in the now. I'm a strong believer in quantum phenomena. So something led me to share this. I have no problem with sharing the deepest, darkest parts of myself. I believe that it's a part of my journey to do so. Lay everything on the table. Because at this point, it's not about me anymore. careless about somebody I never met. If I could be careless about my life early on and didn't care if I lived or died, I could be careless about sharing something that could help someone to live and not die. Peace and wellness to the family.